make it slide into war, something that you would disagree.
Came back for your soul to be collected to another realm is where it all connected. Falling down a wormhole to the next place, changing bodies and you're changing your whole face, but your soul will remain the same. Like the song won't be tainted again.
Ghostly images, shadows on the wall. Remember how they haunted us nightmares when we were small, but now it's just dots and dashes, glimmers of hope, and mechanisms holding close to hearts that make us cold.
Time to build it up even bigger. Everybody's waiting for you to pull the trigger, but they're waiting for it, and when it does go off, you can't hear nothing, not even anybody call. You can see it, it remains so silent. So much positive, there's no violence.
Blast, blast goes the bullet. No one swears that they close it. The truth is out there, it's just out of our reach. I feel like I was praised and brainwashed with what to believe when I was young. Then I hit the ground and yes, I did run. I sprung away where I was, then I grabbed the gun, and now I don't set for the rising sun. I just keep on going, cause I got a mission that can never be done.
Now I feel like flowing because I've got a long journey and I see that sun. Cause I jumped into the big pond, wanna swim with the big fish. Since the beginning of time, that was my wish. So here it comes, are you gonna make it big? Let's find out, or if your imagination will win.
So mix and mingle when you're not wrapped up in single. It's a zoo out in the jungle. You can buy packages and bundles. Oh, I got it for sale, liquidation. Cut right through my life's frustration. It put me in my place. It told me that life's all about the flavor. You're a senseless one if you can't taste.
Distortion in an indescribable way, the type that builds up and will never decay. It plays on your mind from day to day, and even when you take that nap, you start to relapse.
An explosion ripples in the ocean. It's just all the breakdown through natural corrosion. And now I just need something new, another remedy off the doctor's shelf. Well, that just won't do.
And as you describe, you know the feelings come, you know they start to arrive. So you go from plateau to plateau, from cliff to cliff when you need that lift. So you start to sift through the feelings, and you know that there is never gonna be no ceiling. So
unfulfilling, unquenching of my thirst. Yes, there's plenty riding on this. It seems like I'm on empty, but my energy, it re-energizes me. As I sleep every night, the nightmare figures, they come to me. Well, they're outweighed by the positive. But sometimes when you're at your last hope, you just can't think you can give.
And then it's the best day ever. You feel so clever, you never want it to end, never. So share it with your friends, it's always more sublime. The light always feels like it's a little more lime. You wanna walk the line, don't walk it too fine, because when you're older, you will never, you'll regret or remind.
Don't bind and shackle your ankles right now. I feel like there's fistfuls of money to be made, but it's all about what we were paid when we were underage. Now I feel like there's a higher set to peak the page.
Coming of age slowly but surely. It doesn't really matter if you're burly. I feel like I'm so lost, call me Hurley. Out in the woods, I'm getting so much more squirrely.
Eyes are red, I'm fascinated. Images are flashing through my head. Reinvestigated, reanimated. I got a new page turning in front of me. No numbers, hearts burning for something. I'm nowhere to be found. At least my mind is lifted straight out of the ground.
Forgot like Mr. Robot out of a catapult shot. You know that it's just like a knot. You were tired, then he lied of the passion you abide. Take the ride, take the stride, watch the planets collide.
Laws are made to bend, laws are made to bend with friends. Hearts we mend, I feel like I surrendered a few. And now white flags are raised to the ceiling. Now I got a clue. If I could do it all over, then maybe I would have been true. But the false pretenses that I said they just didn't do.
And then it's coming to you, so don't drop the ball, or you know what they're gonna do. They are gonna let you go. You will never be apart. You will be cut down at the knees, be as tall as Napoleon Bonaparte.
Like dogs, like Slavs, we're looking for crumbs off the table. Yes, I'm willing and able to break from this horse stable. I got my own gavel. I'm a judge in the courtroom, a devil with a shovel. I've been paid under the table. Bribery was my middle name. It's a shame to my family, but I know I'll never hold that secret to my grave. Gotta say it out loud right now.
Can't get much better when you're with your friends. Passing them around, mixing all the different blends. That's the way that you can only say that you can come back with your mind. It always does play.
Playing tricks on my mind. Isn't that just the same as a guy wanted to hit the rewind button, wanting to rediscuss when the times went wrong. We used to sing the same lyrics to the same old song. Same old song.
Sometimes they say if you're too passionate you're gonna pay, but we're gonna find out anyway. So we're playing the game. It's never gonna be the same. Doesn't really matter, gonna leave it so tame.
The obstacle in front of you, yes, it's a tall task, and it's what they ask of you. Put it in the past, cause right now the future is coming closer to you. Weight of a boulder on your shoulder, you need some closure, but you don't know what to do. Just a shred of truth, that's all the evidence that they got on you. But I think that it might stick like glue, so you gotta be true to the fact.
So I sit out in the sun and while I bask, I sit there and I refill this flask. It's a task I can't deny, but when I get that feeling, I just try to fly right on the deck to the beach where I wreck, where I look internally and I start to dissect.
I lay there decaying, I feel like I'm slaying the dragon finally. All the suggestion questions, they're answered. I feel like it is eating at me like cancer. Plaster they made around me, finally it's exposure. I'm resurfacing, I'm re-energizing. I got electrifying feelings inside my mind. It's a ceiling of my kind, and I've broken through to a whole new atmosphere, and I know it's changing you.
And as my mind plays the tricks, it breaks and then it clicks back to reality in the minute that it's in. See the way that it wears thin. For the first time you feel you did it, then you came back, you hit it. As long as you could, as long as you would, but you feel better, now you never should.
Falling, flailing, somebody was saying, watch your step, hold on to that breath. 1 inch is to your rebirth or your death. It's held so closely, diabolically. Oh, allies and alibis, how I strive to have and hold on to them as which ones are backing you up and which ones have gone and hide.
On a dream holiday, which excursion am I gonna pick anyway? So, going to the countryside as I take a ride, will I take it in stride? But I keep my pride through anything, but to that future ride and cling. The reality of everything is it's gonna sing, but it doesn't really matter because it was on the brink for so long. But we can hang on, but if you're so strong.
Through every endeavor, I'll never surrender. Yes, I'll never. I'm a pretender in the mixture. I feel like I'm the lighting fixture. I got a lot of depicting to do. Latest edition got a lot about you. I am putting it together in front of my eyes, and I finally got my eyes on the visualized grand prize.
Render it irreversible. It's like a pump that's submersible, but you gotta pump it out to the point that it's not gonna stick up that joint. It's gonna break it all down with the rod. What you forgot, you got your shot. You better get it out before it breaks down at the foundation. This is the point of the nation that we talk about. The one in the back of your mind where there is all that doubt. It's been sitting there for so long, but it's coming on strong. But then it's time to get positive now, so break out that long.
It's been running in the back of my mind. I feel unprepared and so does the rest of my kind. Well, I feel like it's gonna come to a halting point. Well, I got to go on through this task. I feel like I gotta put the rest in the past, cause I'm failing and I'm withering. I gotta get my soul's redemption quickly before there's more surrendering, cause I got to put it all back together. My soul and my spirit, they can't hear it.
Just feeling like I have a feeling deep down inside. I have tried to deny for so long, but it came on too strong. You're born with it. You can't get away unless you're gonna feel awkward your whole life anyway.
There's so much promise to ignore. It comes to conquer, but also to explore. So don't surrender, but don't ignore. It starts so friendly, but can turn to war.
Time to conquer the quest. You feel like you're at your best. You're on the battlefield. Time to clear the rest. You're the king's front man. Now here's the test. Do you have it? Do you have all that zest?
No royalty blood, I just do it because I was a knot tied in my stomach and I felt like I had to go back for the love, cause I was so far off the path. I felt like I had nothing in my grasp that would last.
It didn't register till I was working the till, and I knew that I got my fill. I had to roll it over. The cash was coming and everybody said, this is the way you used to be slumming. But now I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna take it. Everyone said you're gonna fake it, but I took it and I shake it all the time. And I'm sick of walking the line, so I'm gonna walk right off it while I'm feeling fine.
So carve out your own identity, cause where you live, well, that's your own reality. You can make it a short one or last in eternity. Which direction are you going, in the negative and on the positivity?
The deity inside me is coming out slowly. Set yourself free. Take hold, feeling bold. Blood running cold, but never gonna fold.
Like a cheap card trick, I feel like I gotta be sharp with my arithmetic. The consequence of losing this test, everything's up to this building point, down to this dying breath.
Doesn't matter if you call the kettle black, because when we're done it's not gonna be left intact. It's reaching the bubbling and the boiling point. Now it's gonna break apart, we're gonna blow apart this joint.
Rising up to see the sky for the first time. The whole color spectrum hits their eyes and they feel like I'm evolving like Lord of the Flies. Domination, consequences, and you still act surprised.
Here comes the rage, bending bars of the cage. Now you're turning it over, the chapter, the page, the introduction, the seduction in your eyes. It comes out, but the feelings will always arise.
Clearly see the enemy in front of me. Used to act friendly, that's the only remedy. I called an alibi over, I said shrug your shoulder twice, cause the signal's about to be the one last time they take my advice.
The glossary has got your eyes glossy. I can see it's like a bursary that I won at the end of high school, but it only worked for a while. It was just like a tool to make to another step, and then I left.
Well, we're on Dire Street. I feel like right now is not the time to be discreet. Cause if you're always holding the bluff, you'll be just corroding over, never shake off any rust.
Just looking for a ramp so I can go airmail like a stamp. Take me to another place, take me for a ride. And see the look on my face as I change the continent, and you're not paying rent. Everybody meant to go a different way and put in another dent.
Oh, I'm looking for a new romance, not leaving nothing up to chance. So if you're out late and you wanna dance,
Take a stance opposite at a glance. Everybody starts to prance while you're starting to run. I know that I'm seeing the sun, it's turning black. It's a fact. How long can we react before the revolution stops spinning because of the pollution?
oh, the revolution, it's all moving to the same solution. The problem is boiling over and over in front of us. Don't act sober anymore, let's discuss.
The subsidiary into the oblivion. The rich man controlling the minion. And as it starts to take hold, the meek man becomes a little more bold.
The financial economy is top heavy. If pushing something's gotta break on the levee.
These souls can't be contained, they can't be drained, they can't be arranged. It's like a container reactor that can't be contained. It's so insane. And as it changes, it rearranges the complex, the index. And as it inspects, it spreads farther and farther, and that's what it infects.
You thought your soul was protected, now it is on the table. Scalpels out, it's being dissected, mutilated, and you aren't able to get away. You're being pinned down. What did you think you would find here? Nothing to be found. Now you're brought to the ground, and it's just your law that you fear.
Pour another drink in your cup. Get a little bit more quench because it's time to rise up. We got a long journey. Maybe grab a long movie so that we can burn the get started the way that these things should be departed, and you know, into waters that are uncharted.
Everything is swirling, hold on tight, it's a little unnerving. I feel like the wheel no one's holding on to, it's just swerving. Well, it's clear, it's in front of me, it's something that I fear has got me. My deepest emotion is clear.
Going into unexplored territory. What I saw was gory, but I wrote it down, it's a good story. Maybe it will make it into history. Maybe somehow I could unearth this mystery.
I'm the soul survivor, I'm the last sand rider, and I know that I'll never be anything other than me. So let's go for an eternity.
Got the shakes, made a couple mistakes. As the earth quakes, you're exploring underground. If it breaks down, will you be found? What goes around comes around. The karma
tremor. Will humans make the biggest mistake? The one that shifts the underground tectonic plates. And the last of the lands they rip apart, bearing volcanic ashes of the art. Well, 1,000 years ago, people said you gotta behold everything that you call down on your soul. Well, it burns a little more.
They tried to condemn her, but as soon as they did, there was a tremor. I don't know what it did stem from, but I know where it started to run. To the hills, you see the spills, see the way they give you the chills. Did that man grow some gills cause he's underwater? I thought it was a sure slaughter.
There was a band that made some music and it went through the trees. It spread straight to the enemy's ears until all of a sudden they turned friendly. Came and said, what is that beautiful noise? I've never heard it. Let's make all the girls and boys play together. All of a sudden there was a wild tremor.
It was a frequency from somewhere that had gone dark, but it's come back now in this time and place, and on this journey we will embark. It's stark in comparison, but I still sit there glaring in like a snow globe. It starts to erode, but I see the flakes and it starts to corrode.
Well, you ought to be stark crazy to follow me. Tell you I've never been down this path. Well, I can only rely on myself, that's me. Well, I got plenty of energy even when I'm riding on empty. I feel like I gotta switch off to another levy. Different fluid, whatever it makes me.
So much static electricity passed around to everybody, no matter the ethnicity, because we are all one under the sun. So you're running around on the ground. Everybody needs to be found, at least a little bit more. And then we can make a run and make this like come back and work for us more.
Working so this money just keeps on revolving. Don't you know how that's how no problems get solved? I feel like we're got our foundation built on shale rocks, and now there's gonna be an explosion.
Vultures are soaring above the ground. What's there laying all around? And as I hear the sound of the wings, something's down there to life it clings. But for how long is the heartbeat strong? You know that it's gonna go down the way it does. Here's the birds, hear the buzz, hear the birds sing, make your soul sing. Everybody wants to bring the same thing to the table. Hear the birds sing, make your soul sing. Just like everything you wanted, hold on to something. But there's always time to reconcile. No matter how much you're beaten up, you can pick up out the pile. Even if you're in true denial, go on one last run, go out with some style.
You got another laugh in you. I can hear the applause, they're clapping too. Re-energize through the energy, we're all holding it straight to you. The world's on your shoulders, you know what to do.
Getting a tan from the jam man. What's that you have in your hand? What's it there at the beginning? Now you know that you are sinning.
I was out on a hallucinogenic walk when I came to a beanstalk that had sprouted from the earth. I looked around, said, is this a blessing or a curse? I don't know, but I thought about the first move that I make. Well, could it be my worst?
It was my fact, it was my decision. Going off like a reactor with a fission. Implosion, explosion at the same time. spreading all across the earth, and the ashes start to blind, but we break free because we have evolved through the centuries.
Well, the earth, it keeps giving till the time humans ain't living, 'cause we are scalping everything that is buried deep to give our families a chance to live and breathe organically. With GMO is smoking all of the foes and the friendliest folk out of the deepest hole. They're telling us which direction we need to go. There is flaws in the system and they always grow.
Divine, remind everything used to be intact, but now it's refined. That wasn't the way that this earth was designed, but mankind slaughters and he just sits blind.
Oh! In a time we're all pinned down like butterflies, like some crazy deranged kid. Somehow they got control of this enterprise. You can see the negative images flying in the big wig's eyes, just like they are surprised when things don't happen and problems arise.
Time to break me from this cocoon, never too soon. I know that I've been born in the womb and been ready and steady, and the microphone's heavy, but you grab and you take a stab in the dark and you jab like you're fishing with a spear. Death draws near, but you know that you can take it and you can draw clear.
They say a photo tells 1,000 words. That must mean a feeling's worth a billion's worth. But the memory, I held it close to my heart. I still have a hanging key, and I'm free to walk that way again. But I don't have the same friends. Then I went down that alone. I know I'd always been
Out of body experience from another place with no interference. You become a steady medium in the middle. You are like the tuning fork mixed with the fiddle when it comes together. This storm is nothing that no one could weather, because you get taken home and then science fiction starts to roll cold.
You're up to bat with it. How did you get mixed up with the naturalistic, the misfits and the mystics, the hyper-eccentric? Well, nothing is impulsive, everything's exploring the elements and telling me that I'm solving it. I got the same problems as everybody, but I'm not telling my own body I ain't got it in me.
Experiencing another supernatural event. How many times for what was it meant? Feeling like a prophet when you start to recognize, but is that just seen through strange eyes?
Oh, was it hypocrisy? Oh, was it the prophecy? Was it hypocrisy? Was it destiny?
it's the way that's the sign.
It's the way that I was designed and I was refined, and it used to mind me for my emotions, put me on top and I was commotion. I felt like I was just floating down the river. There was a bend and no waterfall. Let's not pretend I was flying in the air. I didn't know where, and I didn't feel no care.
Roving, composing like a stone Beethoven. That's right, I feel like I'm 40 cloven. I got the luck, I'm rolling up the mountain in the truck, and that's where it never does suck, because there's no limits, no laws, no straws. Ladies taking off their bras, and everybody's got their draws.
I was hiking up the mountainside. All of a sudden the land gave out. I was riding down the side with the mountainside, and I felt the landslide, and I was feeling alive, and I felt the drive of my life. And I held on to that tonight. When you're at your low, you think you're your peaks, and when you're at your peaks, there's nothing else to speak.
Extraterrestrial resources taking me off my courses. I know that there is some kind of unnaturalized forces that are taking hold. It doesn't really matter, because I feel like my heart grew cold that one time that I saw that sign, and I feel like it'll never be mine.
There's a world all around us, living with the spirits, and now we're playing the music, and we know that they hear it. Well, hopefully it's pleasing to their ears. Hopefully they're not the one that is filling my head up with my fears.
Energy changes as it rearranges, as you change the table of elements. It grows a little bit more and it stranges, goes to full capacity. I don't know what's flapping and flashing in front of me. It doesn't really make sense, but I like it. Feeling kind of psychic. You better mic it. Better put on the video, cause you never know which way it is gonna go.
We've just put a dent on the choices of this world, the voices of every boy and girl. Hearts they swirl, then they need mending. Oh, I'm the one standing in line waiting to befriend them.
Patent pending.
Oh, I've got messages and opinions that are worth lending.
Patent pending.
Oh,
The patent was pending. Patent is pending. Mind is lending. Now all these other minds are bending. I could see that. You could say, but it's only gonna go this way. Dragons, den, grab your pen. See my idea, friend. You could give me some money to finish. If I don't get it before the end, this product is gonna diminish.
growing like a weed, growing stronger every time I breathe. Infectious like a disease, coming through the breezes of a faraway sea. But they also hold the remedy.
The fastest growing strain in history, planted in the ground and you will see, grows like Jack and the Beanstalk. Put a clock on your video and watch the time lapse as it does grow.
'Cause every flock needs a shepherd. Have you heard? I'm still hanging on every one of your words. But whoa, for what it's worth, ever since I met you, my whole life has kind of felt a little cursed. But I keep going on my merry way, and I feel like that of a cherry day.
Danger down every path, trying to do the math, figure out which is the least wrath. Baptism of fire, baptism of desire. You can see the way part of the choir.
Oh, the voices are echoing in my head. They make my poise feel like they're falling apart. Holding on to those things close to my heart. They're the only vessel that will truly never depart.
fire. I don't know if I'm gonna let it out, I might admire it for a while. Gives me some adrenaline. Not like the fentanyl or the phenolin. Stop mixing in that shit, killing everybody. What the fuck, you better quit. Unless you know where you're getting it. Not go and try, cause you can't deny.
So you're bent out of shape, so you start acting like an ape. I don't think you're equipped, but you are the one to blame. So I feel like you're the one who's holding your head like you have no shame. Well, later on in life, come on, we'll get you. Later on in life, come on, we'll bet you. Come up behind you, stab you with a knife, metaphorically, across you, right?
Mine flipped around, then in reverse. Feels like it was some kind of curse. I will put most people in a hearse, but it just gives me a laugh at first. Kind of amusing, kind of cruising, cruise control, light that bulb, take a toll, pay the piper. I think it could get aper.
And I know that it's just an alibi next to me. I feel high, well, like am a wise guy looking at the sky. I feel like I got a lot of compromise, and I got the same old caverns underneath my hood. I go down there and hide away from society, cause it's my phone booth.
Kinda care about the details, kinda live life off the rails, kinda like it like that. Kinda makes me feel alive when I need it, when you see it, when you know that you can just beat it. Because the darkness starts to creep, and then the light comes out and you start to keep.
Oh, it's so hard to feel alive when you got nothing that makes you cry. So right now you got to get back to the things that make you shine. Drum roll and I hit a pothole. I feel like I'm about to be spotted as a mole in the party, and my eyes are getting dirty. At least I did all this before I hit 40.
Building and building, now you're building a town and it's gilding and built in size, and you realize that it's gonna grow beyond your own eyes.
Beyond your own wildest dreams, now you have something left to believe in. It's just like a rise of steam. Water's moving through the clouds, coming back, and we do the rain dance. Now I feel proud, living in a drought society. No, this rain's not the answer, but it's a remedy.
Bit by a viper, feeling kinda hyper like the venom. Got through my denim, I think I might need to ham 'em. Why am I thinking about that? Maybe I should look for some remedy, but it doesn't really matter, cause I'm feeling like I am leaving some kind of legacy. For scientific research as I sit up on my perch, or maybe I'm just tripping, dabbling and dipping, GPS a bipping, trying to find me by my phone, but I lost it a long time ago and I'm alone.
Well, my gills are feeling green till I heard the music of the tambourine, and it was coming from a different scene. So I walked out of my daydream, and I came up to this girl. She was playing music so out of this world. I just sat and stared. Next thing I knew, I was unprepared. Then she came and said to me, wanna play a song that's for free?
Bury the burden, you know everybody's sitting there, and the only one that it's hurting is one that it's in their mind. You know what you're gonna find, it's a landmine. You're gonna step on it, and then you're gonna go off and you're gonna quit, because it will explode indecisively. But it's pretty concise, you see.
Well, the intent got you hell-bent that the message you sent, well, the right way, well, it never went. Well, I felt clever. When I look back, I was never. I felt like I was up for any endeavor. It was just a shiver. One cold, icy winter's night. When I was beside her, she did confide in me, so I just acted tough. She'd look right through my bluff, cause I was the sweet type. I wasn't made up of rough.
Out of the sand has got your mind bent. I know what you meant. That out of the sand has got your mind bent. I know what you meant.
I'm molded, I've been scolded, breaking and bold. I know I've been sold. She was passed around feelings tell you you got something else to doubt. You gotta screw loose. I think they're carrying one too many on their caboose. Let's cut this one loose.
The pinnacle point they started to teach. That's the moment now we start to reach. We are at it as we scatter. You can start to, but you know this isn't just out of the blue.
Out of control, I'm on a roll. I got a stall, but I got some engine jumpers. And now I'm riding quick as a viper in my mobile. So discreetly, another place that's a riddle. I feel like I might be pulled over for going under the speed limit. I'm smoking so much weed the cops probably think it's a gimmick.
Her mind was deeply distorted. Back now had to be reported. Had a plan that had to be thwarted. But you know it had to be contorted.
Forged from the ancient. Now it's hell-bent on coming back to the history lines and then re-glue.
On Earth for the first time, did it remind you know it had been on your mind since the first day it was designed. Still intact, hasn't been refined.
So face the facts, 'cause what you say and do, no you can't take back. Keep going on this way. The day will come when you collapse.
Children of the cataclysm,
Cataclysm.
coming for what we had arisen for. It's on death's door, and now they haven't been able to hide it anymore.
Broke down the walls of this prison, finally risen like a phoenix. I finally connected everything to it. Finishing first was never my first. Well, now I'm up at the top and I feel like it's no curse.
How long did you think you could pull that wool? Shovel that shit, cover us in bowl before we would realize that what we see is not what with our eyes.
The last strand that you're holding on to just finally broke you loose. Free falling, now I'm flailing. Hear me yelling and screaming and wailing.
Freedom reigns through the growing pains, through society, through the blood stains. For all mankind, the rich and the poor man, the good man find the will to cut through the steel, to make the most potent batch that you can brew or fulfill.
This ain't no generation of regeneration, just building up to frustrations, tormented minds for corruption, oil stains on the heart of the musicians. Everybody drugs if you're using. Societies make us all fucking twisted inside. Now your spirit and soul, they haven't resisted.
No doctor, I don't need no miracle drug. I've got my own herb garden, 2 steps off my rug. You can't put it in my ear, that bug. I don't need your white coat, I don't need your PhD hug.
All I need is my mashed potatoes with some gravy and some Alfredo. Every the fruit right off of the branches. I wanna do it from a ground stances. Don't wanna climb no chutes and ladders. I don't wanna be any worse for wear or any better. I just wanna hop back and get any sadder. I hear the beat of the drum, beating with the iron hammer, the fist of a drummer. I'll turn to the Freemasonry. Everybody needs a sweet remedy. Hold on to the fruit that falls on me.
Never stop traveling through town. Same damn mission on my mind all the time. Rewind forward and back again. But one time we're gonna get it perfect, my friend.
One time or another, I am sure you will discover. When you're walking in a clear day in this thunder, waiting for the lightning, something frightening happens, making me turn around and ignited.
Shuffling around. Now I'm back, felt like I had been drowned. Feeling like a merry-go-round. But back to the place so profound.
Oh, I've been sent here from another galaxy, but the dimensions hold me back negatively. So I forgot why and who and if I'm the key.
Driving desire, moving faster and faster, higher and higher. Starting to age with grace. Time to change this place. I feel like now it's time to take over. Been sitting dormant for too long. Fighting that current, now we make it so strong.
We've waited so long. Fascinated, wonder where we went wrong.
Tubing down the river of life, what's next? No matter what rapid comes, don't get perplexed. Just take it in stride, go with the flow. Embrace it and then you will know.
If you don't face it, then your heart won't glow in the dark. You'll have a doobie, but you'll never find no spark. I'm stuck in limbo. The desolation of this place never shrinks, it only grows.
Glowing neon like the constellation you're on. And the way you're staring at it, you don't know what's going on. You just got this microscope, you hooked it up and you couldn't cope. Because now the whole belief is on a tightrope.
The consolation prize, the constellations in my eyes. When I look up at the skies, I name my child after the inner wild that resides in the stream of my heart. And there is no denial that I can get back to where I gotta be. Everybody does hold their own key, and if you got the cure, it doesn't even matter if you got the remedy.
By the gear, you mean at least some climbing stuff and some beer. In case you fall down, then at least you can share one and have one last round. You can FaceTime, say, hey, this is the last moment of mine. It's not like in decline and recline like you used to be in the past of your bad mind.
Well, I just set this one to incline. Now I know that I just can't learn to hide. Cause you gotta face it, so everybody get out of the basements. Don't have resentment, just regurgitate what you felt the other day when you said everything would be okay. But then you turned away from that path and you did stray from that last dying hope, that fraying rope.
Time to showcase those skills so you can try to pay those bills. Because you know everybody's sending them in the mail and you look at them and it's pretty pale as the prices rise. Not kidding, you can synthesize. What makes you feel like a man? Do you have a plan?
Who suggested this message? I feel its resistance is static. The emotional risk, it's like transparent.
It's a gesture, it's a blessing. Sitting there and you learn life's lesson. You've been taught that the heat gets hot and you run away like you forgot.
Summer heat has got me looking for shade. And it's in these moments that we all feel like like we're underpaid. And we do anything to just get down to the waves. We do anything to just say that today we did behave.
Slithering through the shade, down in Florida, down in the Neverglade, trying to avoid that alligator. Will I see a boat constrictor go by later? Oh my, I must deny, feeling inside like I wanna cry. From my mind's eye, not my eyes on my face while you cry.
So don't seal your fate, just peel away any negative that's in your way. Let it integrate and not decay in front of you. Your residue resolution may just be something that there's a solution. It's a free man's destination. Destiny is in.